Hi, welcome back to the Clark's Tales of the Unexpected. So we're now married. We've had our first child, Kaz. I'm working as a chartered accountant in Hull. Sue's gone back to, when our children came along, Sue gave up work. She felt it was really important to be home for them during their formative years. So we moved house to a lovely house in a big garden. Nice big house. We thought this is our dream house, that we're going to live here for a long, long time. But actually within a very short time, I'd applied for a job in Norwich and we moved down. In fact, for the first few months, I was commuting each weekend because we were waiting to find somewhere we could actually move to. So I stayed with some good friends in Norwich and came back every weekend. Eventually we moved down. It's a long story, but we eventually found our home in a Methodist church in Norwich, Wroxham Road Methodist Church. And that, for you, became a real spiritual home, didn't it?
Yeah, you failed to say that we moved when I was 8 months pregnant with Steph. And that was an interesting and challenging time. And also that we moved initially into a house that was previously let out to students. And there were things that were there, but they didn't work. There was a telephone that didn't work. There was central heating that didn't work. There were cupboards in the kitchen, but they didn't have shelves in. The loo either didn't flush or went on flushing for about an hour.
And it was right. We slept upstairs, obviously, but the loo was right downstairs, the farthest part. So if you need to go to the loo during the night, it was a very long trek in the cold.
Yeah.
But we can't take too long of this, but we discovered God guided us really to this different church, Wroxham Road Methodist Church, and they'd been praying, hadn't they, for a young family to join, and they were blessed with us. We had 2 children then, Kaz and Steph, and that became very much our spiritual home, where we made some fantastic friends. We still got friends there. We grew a lot as a young family. Chris came along. In fact, Chris is still a Norwich City supporter. He was born there.
Yeah. We should also say that the first time we went, we'd actually gone into town to do some shopping but couldn't park. And we had an almighty argument and ended up just going to see what time the services were at this church that we'd seen. And it was their Christmas fair. And so we went. We thought, well, we were going in and have a look. And we met a few people who were very welcoming and amazing. So I'm a real fan of things like Christmas fairs. And it was then a while before we could go again for various reasons. But when we went back, they'd remembered who we were. They'd remembered the names of our children. And they just made us incredibly welcome. And then when we finally bought the house that we were going to live in, they came and they helped, and we had scrubbing parties and painting parties, and people took us out for lunch, and they were just phenomenal. And I'm just ever grateful for that welcome that they gave us in that place. So
real practical Christian help. It's not just love by words, but love in action. And that meant such a great deal to us. And eventually when we had to leave Norwich, it was really tough, wasn't it?
It was. And for a long time, I just used to get, if we went to visit, I would leave again in pain, literal pain that I was having to leave again. But we're still good friends with quite a good number of people from there who come and make sure every so often that we're still okay and keep an eye on us. And we are very blessed by them. We also had a number of young people in the church at the time who used to just come round our house and chill all the time, and that was a really good.
So we had a house full all the time, open house really. It was a fantastic 5 years we spent in Norwich. It was wonderful 5 years, and still great memories of those times. Anyway, that's enough for today. So we're on a journey, so more tomorrow. God bless you.